What's going on, YouTube? It's RealTwitchy here, and today's video is going to be a quick one. Apologies if I sound sick, but the gacha gods do hate me, so they gave me some intense allergies. Now, if you guys watch the Twitch streams, then you'd know I've been loving this recently released Sky Duel content, aka RTA Real Time Arena. If not, please do go check it out at twitch.tv/RealTwitchy. Unfortunately, I waited until the last day to push, so I finished in the top 10. Where's that picture? Right here. And I also want to show you guys how many wins, how many matches I did. So I did a total of 180 battles. Yes, I did no life RTA for a little bit. And I finished with a win rate of 73.33%. There's that. By the way, a huge shout out to Longshot. He's doing amazing things in the official Discord by keeping track of leaderboards, ranks, fastest speed runs, and posting them in the hashtag Wall of Fame. So make sure to go check that out, please. And thank you, Longshot, for doing that, man. Now, in today's video, I want to show you all what units I plan on using for Real Time Arena, which units got more or less game time, and the units I'd like to build for future seasons. So to get things started off, all of these units with a heart on the top right of their hero portrait are the units that I planned on using. Now there's a total of 29, I believe. So we got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 4, 8, and then 9. So a total of 29, right? I do plan on reducing that amount and kind of refining it down to a total of 16 heroes I plan on using, just so my gear quality can improve overall. And also, you can heart these units by going over to the hero, hitting this tool cog, and then clicking most played. That'll give them the heart at the top right of their portrait, essentially bumping them up in your hero roster, showing them that these are your favorite heroes, the ones that you plan on using. It kind of helps you, the draft does have a time limit. I believe it's 30 seconds. And you can, if you've got a big roster, you can get lost a little bit. So it can save you some time. Now it's time for builds. I'm not going to go too in depth with each hero and how I drafted them. Instead, let me know what heroes you guys are interested in and drop it in the comments down below. I'll try my best to create a showcase for them in a future video. So just to go over the sets I use, the stats that I'm running with. So first and foremost, I am running Brand. I believe he's on so he's on 2 Raider, some broken pieces, speed, HP right here. Let's go with the stats. So my goal with Brand was kind of going for a lot of HP because I want to have that shield for extra mitigation for my damage dealers. Also, I went with like a really weird hybrid build. I didn't plan on using Brand that much because there's a lot of counters for him, but I gave him some focus and some resistance. Next, I've got Geralt. Now, my Geralt is not the best. He's actually on a PvE build, Revival and 2x Raider. Here are the stats. I went for some HP, crit capping, crit damage. Not enough precision for PvP, so I really didn't use him that much. I've also got Ciara. Ciara is on Avarice Broken build. Damage, typical damage dealer, right? Some precision, more precision would be nice here, but this is what I can make at the time. Now I've also got Balberith. Here is stats, some attack, crit capping, crit damage, some precision as well. I've got him on Dragon Scale Guard. Now I have him on a guard set because every time he gets revived, he does get this shield, so that's super pog. I also put him on Dragon Scale to help, him not being one shot. Next, I've got Garanol. If you guys don't know about Garanol, you guys have probably been living under a rock. She's probably the most OP damage dealer in the game. Completely replaced my Urian. Here are stats, some attack. You actually want to prioritize attack with her. Crit rate, crit damage, and some precision. She's on Avarice Warrior. On to the next one. We've got Mythasia. Mythasia is for a tanky comp and also to counter draft the people who like to go with tank comps. So mine's not the best once again, but I did aim for some HP, some resistance, and some agility on Dragon Scale Raider. I've also got Yolanda here. She is 273 speed. I might change her build a little bit, but she's got high resistance, some HP. She is also on 3x Raider. Next, I've got Urian. He is at 4.5k attack, 100% crit rate, some crit damage, 133 precision. Another typical damage dealer build on Avarice Warrior. Next, I've got Light Nick. Now, if you guys didn't watch the Twitch stream, you probably don't know how OP Light Nick is, but A2 Light Nick is insane. I practically used him or tried to use him every single match. It was a for sure Light Nick showcase the entire RTA season. I've got him on attack, crit rate, crit damage, some precision. I could improve there, but this is what he's on. Avarice Warrior. Now, my Light Nick is on a completely different build from a lot of people's. Some people go with the Rebel, some people go with Divine. I went with Damage Dealer. He's my Damage Dealer, essentially. I've also got Crazed Urzag. Here are his stats, some damage, crit rate, crit damage, some focus. I really didn't use Crazed Urzag that much. I'm looking for a better build to put him on, but I'm on Rebel, Raider. We'll see next season what I do with him. Also, if you guys have been using Crazed Urzag in your draft, please let me know in the comments. I'm so curious. I want to use him. I just don't know how to right now. Next, I've got Godfrey. Now, Godfrey's another one of those counter units that you pick if they pick high buff or a lot of buffs, or if you're trying to strip a buff from them. Essentially, like Dark Nick, ACECC. So I've got him on some HP. I want him to be tanky enough to not get one shot, high focus, and that's pretty much it. He's also on Rebel Raider. I did give him some speed so he can essentially strip like a damage dealer who has a lot of buffs. Next, I've got Tashir. Tashir is on high HP, high speed, high resistance. I didn't use Tashir too often this season, unfortunately, but she is on Dragon Scale Raider. Next is Lydia. Now, if you guys don't know about Lydia, she's like the most toxic unit to pick right now in real-time arena. Her dodge, especially if you're going against her, is 100%. Mine's only 35. Here's her build. I gave her some attack, some speed, crit rate, crit damage, super low on the precision. So you guys are probably going to see the pattern. You need more precision for PvP. Now, I do have her on 3x Raider. There's that. Next is Dark Isrina, the amazing dragon waifu, the better dragon waifu, right? So I've got her on high attack, decent HP, lots of focus, some speed on Rebel Raider. Now I can improve this build. I want to change it up a little bit. I want to actually give her some more tank because this build is kind of based off of them buffing Ignite and also getting max trait with her because it scales with her attack. So there's Dark Isrina. Next, I've got Dark Orc. Now, Dark Orc is the RNG god. He can full team stun your team before the round even starts or not. So I've got him on Rebel set, Rebel Guard actually. So I have him on Guard to proc Godfrey's trait and also give him some extra bulk. So I've got 21k HP. It's not a super tanky Dark Orc. It's more just for crowd control. 164 speed, 200% focus, and there we go. You can also throw some agility on him because he is Dark Element, but I just couldn't afford to fit those stats in there. There's Dark Orc. Next, I have Flarence. Flarence is amazing if you're, bringing in a single target team comp like regular Urzag, Garrel, shoot, even Balberth or Lydia. Now I've got some speed on mine, some HP, some focus, some resistance. It's kind of like a hybrid build, not specifically for PvP, but you can fit her in there. And she is on Revival, 1 Raider set. Next is Lunar Meliza. Lunar Meliza is my only crowd control unit for this season besides Dark Orc. So I gave her some HP, some defense, lots of speed. You want her to be as speedy as you can get, really. And then some focus. She is also on 3x Raider. Now I've got ACECC. Let's see how many more units we have. Okay, just a little bit, right? ACECC is like my last pick god. I used him if Vance was banned or if I picked a Vance, and he basically bought me some time for my nukers to get their turn off, right? I've got him on a speedy build. He's around 159 speed. And the reason why I have him at 159 and not faster is because I have him to move right after my my Hazel. For him, I just went with some HP, some agility, and that's pretty much that. Really just going for a lot of speed there. Next, I've got Lightwing Zachary, actually. So Lightwing Zachary is probably one of the other toxic units you guys will see in real-time arena. My build is it's not the best, okay? I'll be honest with you guys. If I were to change the build, I would probably just get rid of crit rate, crit damage, add as much agility and attack and bulk as possible. But right now mine's on Revival and Warrior. Next I've got Ricard. So Ricard's main goal was to kill Lydia. I don't know if you guys noticed, but his ultimate cannot be dodged, and it does scale with his max HP, which is true damage. So he can actually deal a lot of damage. You just have to wait 3 rounds. Right here, ability must be used after turn 3, so you have to wait 3 rounds. He's great for a turtle comp. He pairs well with Revivers and Balberith. So I've also got him on Revival. Some broken pieces, 26k HP. The focus, probably way too much for him. I don't even know if he applies a debuff. Yeah, he does attack down, which is okay, but I'd probably just look for more bulk and agility for him. But there's Ricard. Next, I've got regular Urzag. Now, I talked about Flarence earlier. They pair extremely well together. Mine has 4.5k attack, 100% crit rate, 210 crit damage, and some precision to counter those agility builds. Not enough precision, guys. I will actually probably be looking to improve my precision on all of my PvP units for future seasons. But as of right now, he's on a dragon scale set and a broken 2-piece. Next, I've got Vance. But here's his build. He has 3.7k attack, 100 crit rate, 281 crit damage, lots of precision, right? 147. I'm trying to use him against those Balberiths, use him against those Bruisacs, those Brands. So you need lots of precision to try to counter the chance of getting deflected. So I also have him on Cursed. Oh, hold on, actually. You know, just imagine I have him on Curse set 2x Raider. I'll have to fix that after the video. But there's Vance. Next, I've got Edicris. Edicris, you know, slowly became part of my team comp the last day of Rush. I saw a lot of people using him and I was getting full team stun, so I thought, why not try him out myself? I've got him at 210 speed, 100% crit rate, just for that extra damage. 112 focus. Now that seemed to be working well enough, so I probably won't be increasing that anytime soon. If anything, I'd probably give him more damage so he can be a damage dealer along with the crowd controller. But I've got him on a Rebel build. No, not 2x Raider, but a Raider set. 2-piece Raider. I've also got Hazel. Okay, Hazel is an MVP if you're going with that cleave draft. Now I've got Hazel, like I said earlier, I've got Seacane at 259. I have Hazel at 261, so he can essentially buff my nuker, and then my nuker will use his turn, and then Seacane will protect my nuker. So it's a great cleave team. I've got him on 3x Raider. You might want to go for some focus, some speed, some bulk. That's pretty much it. Next, we've got Bruisac. Bruisac is the single target unit counter. If you haven't seen a Bruisac this RTA season, I don't know where you've been. He's everywhere. You go with lots of HP, lots of defense, and lots of agility. I would shoot for 80 agility if you can. My agility, my tank gear in general is kind of pleb, so 60 is the highest I can get. I will be looking to increase focus just because he does have that AoE taunt and the attack down, so I'd like to see a little more from that, a little more value. I've got him on Revival 2x Raider. On to the next unit. Now we've got Borden. Borden was my Dark Nick Vance counter. I used him to snipe Vance. I used him to snipe Dark Nick. Shoot, I would even use him to snipe Light Nick if someone did steal him from me. 2.2k attack, 100% crit rate, 286 crit damage, some precision, right? He's on a dragon scale build, really, because, you know, this is just leftover gear that I could give him. Dragon scale, 2-piece broken. There's Borden. Now we have Meliza. We just saw Borden. We saw Ciara earlier. We saw Light Nick earlier. That goes for a wonderful speed team. I kind of use him if someone I use Fire Meliza if someone drafts a Winstrix, a Yolanda. If they're trying to contest for speed, pick Fire Meliza and she will not get outsped. Now I have her on 267 speed, crit rate capped, 272 crit damage, some attack. Probably not enough precision, and I might be testing her with a little more damage, but she is on a 3x Raider damage dealing build. Next is Lordric. He's a counter pick unit. You want to pick Lordric if they have Tia, if they have Lunar Meliza, if they have Dark Orc. He does amazing damage and he scales with HP. So you want to go with high HP, some speed, lots of focus. 66 is probably not enough, so I'll be looking to improve that next season. I have him on a Rebel set with a 2-piece broken set. There's Lordric. Next, we've got Kyle. Now, Kyle is an RTA monster. He can basically shapeshift into any support or any really unit you want. So mainly you just want a lot of speed on him, and that's pretty much it. I don't even have mine skilled up. I just want him to transform into my opponent's Hazel, my opponent's Seacane. Now I have him on 2x or 2 times Raider sets. I could get him on a 3x Raider set. That'll probably be my goal for next season, but he's unfortunately on 2x Raider 2-piece broken. You just want speed for Kyle. Like I said earlier, if you guys want to see a specific showcase for one of these heroes, please drop it in the comments down below. I'd love to make a future video for that. Now, out of all these units, I rarely used Geralt. Shame on me because he's a beast. My build, unfortunately, just wasn't the best. I've also have Brand as a unit I used rarely, just because there's a lot of counters for him. So usually, if I'm picking Brand, it's for an attack buffer, it's for that shield mitigation, and I'll probably be picking him in that 5th slot. The 4th or 5th, if I know for sure they can't draft against the heavy buffs, then Brand's probably going to pop in. And also, I did talk about this earlier, but Crazed Urzag, I'm still looking for better team comps that synergize with him and a better build overall. So guys, once again, let me know how you're using Crazed in the comments down below. And last but not least, Tashir. It was really weird because Tashir is a super strong support. It's just I didn't see a lot of people drafting heavy buffs. And if they were, I'd probably go with Godfrey, Darkest Rena, Vance, or even Edicris. I would say about half of these units were built for counter drafting, which means they'll typically get drafted in the 3rd to 5th spot. So you aren't going to see me draft a team around Darkest Rena, for example, or I mentioned this earlier, Lordric, etc. Now, lastly, units I would like to build for the next season. I saw a lot of Jonathan's. Jonathan's great. He's an anti-cleave unit that can cripple the opponent with his debuffs. He gets a shield whenever someone does an AoE. Oh, sorry, wrong ability. It's his trait. And he also has a defense down plus attack down. And all of his abilities, I do believe, scale with max HP true damage. So he's an awesome pick I want to build for next season. Next, I have Tia. Where are you, Tia? I would like to build her as a 2nd crowd control unit. I saw a lot of drafts like Lunar Melissa Tia, Lunar Melissa Virgil, so that will kind of open me up into drafting that type of style. Next, I have Silent. Silent is going to be a counter cleave unit if you have a lot of good RNG, and she pairs nicely with the Lydia comp. And last but not least, now I'm not sure if you guys know about this dude. He is an elite. He's super easy to get. He's pretty easy to build, but Rog. Rog does counter Lydia. Rog does counter any unit that deals tick damage, like as in they're not going to one-shot him. They're going to do a lot of hits. He will destroy them because of his trait. He counterattacks with damage equal to 10% of his max HP, so you're going to want to build him on HP, high agility, probably a revival set. Besides units that I do plan on building, I do plan on increasing my precision goal from 120 to around 130 plus. As time goes on, I'm seeing higher and higher agility. Now that is going to conclude today's video, guys. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this type of content from me. Let me know who you're looking forward to seeing showcased in the future. All right, guys. Peace. Have a wonderful day.